Hey guys, Chelsea here from Making Manzanita, and today we're going to be showing you how we made this faux brick wall in our laundry room. When we were planning our laundry room renovation, I really wanted to do some sort of fun accent wall behind the washer and dryer there. So we decided on doing a faux brick wall and gave it a real farmhouse finish with a German Schmear. In this video, we're going to show you how it all comes together. You want to start by prepping your wall by removing everything in front of it and anything off the wall like we did with that upper cabinet there. So we are already rocking and rolling on this faux brick wall. So what we've done so far, as you can see in the video, we removed the cabinet. We drew some lines on here where the brick will stop because we're gonna eventually end up building a folding counter and then a cabinet and a sink will go here. So we didn't need to take the brick all the way down to the floor. One little snag that we ran into was the line where the brick was gonna stop and the folding counter was gonna start ran right into an outlet. So what we did is, well, what Logan did is he split up the outlet, so we'll have one below the line, below the counter for the washer, and then we'll also have one above, just in case we need to plug anything up on top of the washer and dryer. All right, so next up, we are going to be cutting out some of these bricks so that where the two panels meet is a better seam. If we didn't do that, which I've seen in a lot of tutorials, they have trouble where the two panels meet and they're doing the German Schmear finish like we're doing. The line is pretty visible and it's hard to cover up. So to disguise the line, what we're gonna be doing is cutting out these half bricks so that the panels will interlock and there will be no seam in the middle of the panel. So we're again just gonna use the jigsaw to cut these pieces off and have a better seam. Putty knife and started applying it that way. You really just scrape it on. And then we quickly realized that Logan's idea of how to apply it was a much better solution. He went out to the garage and grabbed a trowel he uses for drywalling, and you can see here that he was going a lot faster than I was. Don't get me wrong, that small putty knife totally would have worked for this wall, but it would have taken us a lot longer. To be honest, I think this German Schmear part only took us about 15 minutes to do this whole wall. After you're done, be sure to let everything dry for several hours before moving on. We waited overnight. Joint compound actually wipes off just with simple water, so you can get a damp rag and wipe off the joint compound to get that desired look that you want. Now the joint compound does need to be sealed in some way, shape, or form. You can see here that I'm painting on a watered down white paint. I also did notice that the joint compound sort of turned a little orange. I think this was because the coloring was starting to come off of those fake brick panels. I guess that's the downside of using fake brick. For me, it wasn't that big of a deal because I really wanted to lighten everything up at the end anyway, and my watered down paint did that just fine, and it helped seal everything. If you didn't want to whiten up your wall at all, you could probably get away with using something like a water-based polyacrylic. The last step to get a real finished off look to the brick wall is to trim out the edges and any corners with painted wood trim. I can't wait to continue working on our laundry room renovation. Our next project in here is to build a folding counter over the washer and the dryer and then install a farmhouse sink there on the left. I am shocked at just how easy and cheap it was to create this faux brick wall. I know what you're probably thinking. When I say cheap, what do you actually mean? Well, it was less than $100. And look at that before and the after. So much better.
If you want to see more about this project, including the price list and all the details, visit makingmanzanita.com.